Good morning, good morning, good morning. Or good evening, something like that, wherever you may be in the US of A. But here in Australia, it is actually still morning, so technically I'm still waking up. We don't want to be too loud, we might wake up the kangaroos. But all the way in New York, we have Mr. Vince. So we might get Mr. Vince to hello, Jenny. We're gonna get Vince in. Here we go. We've already got hey Don, how you going?
Hey,
And Jenny in Alabama.
hey,
Can
hey.
you hear me? Can you hear me all right, or do I have to talk really close to that?
Oh no, you're loud and clear.
Sweet.
Loud and clear.
So, just as we were talking off air, would like to. Well, I'll ask you a question first, Vince. Is how do you teach? How do you teach a student to recognize a key? So the basis of this is to be able to inject um, improvising over a key center,
Right.
and and obviously, like when you jump onto a gig, as you have done many times as well, and they call the tune, you have to identify the key on the fly, you know if they don't tell you, if they don't, that's what I'm talking about. And
Right.
also, I guess this would be ear training, right? Because at some stage you can just play stuff off the radio, but at some stage you'll have to identify what you're playing. So how do you do that?
Okay. Well, there's a
And
there's
while you do that, I'm just going to share this.
that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to share too.
Oh
uh,
no, sorry.
but basically, it's first of all they have to know their chords and they have to know their
Right.
tonic chords. So in other words, they have to know how to make a chord progression um, happen. How do you make a chord progression? So usually what we'll do is I'll give them the chords in, let's say, the key of C or the key of F, um, only because I picked those two keys specifically. Let me just make sure I'm not on super loud here. Let's see how we are. All right, I think that's reasonable. so, um, so I would show somebody like a chord progression um, simply by putting the chords into like a scale. So like F major, and then go up to G minor, and then continue up to A minor. And there's a system in every progression or every key. It's the same. So the system is that 1, 4, and 5 produce major chords or chords of a major family, and 2, 3, and 6 produce minor ones, and 7 is what they call either some call it a minor 7 flat 5, some people call it a half diminished chord, it could be a full diminished chord, but either way,
Some
you
people
have.
just call it annoying.
Well, yeah, it's completely annoying to people who just want to play, and and then all of a sudden, 5, 6 years go by, and they don't learn this stuff, and then what happens? You know what happens? They try and play gigs or play with somebody else, and then all of a sudden they don't
Hey,
know what
Randy.
they're doing. You know,
That's exactly right. Yep.
and I've had this experience with lots of students who, of course, come to me and just want to learn songs. Show me a song. Show me a song. Show me this song. Show me that song. And I show them songs. Hey, everybody, Chris,
Hey,
Jenny,
Chris
Wendy.
is a legend. He does solos with chickens and sheep,
I
actually.
saw that, by the way. Not to get sidetracked, but that was a great
What a
video.
legend.
And you're all legends. Apparently, Joe Satriani shared it and commented on it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I had my twin neck guitar out.
I saw. Yeah. So you guys, you've done well.
Thank you, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, Chris is very, very cool.
Yeah.
We were hanging out. Yeah, but yeah, getting back to what you're saying about the hello, Wendy, and hello, Veronica, hello, Jenny, and hello, everyone. But
Yeah.
yeah, getting back to what you're saying, at some stage you have to step it up and actually learn the language. So
You have
I
to
always
learn
describe it
language.
as a language. When you learn the words, you can put sentences together. Once you put the sentences together, you obviously build paragraphs. And hello, Ramiro, how you going, sir? And then, next level, once you build paragraphs, you build chapters into books,
Yeah.
I should be a librarian, really, should I? So
So,
you
so
go?
one song that I'll show a lot of students, because it's something that they'll at least appreciate. Maybe some of them will, because it's Green Day. So it's a popular song, and
Right.
and it pretty much goes through a lot of the diatonic chords. So it's the tune "When I Come Around."
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So basically, when I think of that chord progression, it's a 1, 5, 6, 4. Then it goes to the bridge section, or the chorus, which is technically a 2, a 3,
Yeah.
and 4 again. So it covers all the points of the scale. And they're happy because they learned this cool tune that's popular, and
Yeah.
everybody knows it, even though it's like God knows how many years old now. But so that's usually how I get them into. I rope them in.
Understanding key centers.
I lure them by, dangling the Green Day carrot in front of them and saying, "Come on into music theory. Come on in. It's Green Day time."
Well, that's I like what you did there. Sorry, I can't multitask, but what I do is, "Lean on Me." You know that song, "Lean on Me."
Yeah, that's another one that totally covers a lot.
So
Of
in the key of C, it starts on C, and I yell the chord numbers out: 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. So I know it looks kind of weird on the guitar, but I also stereo teach with a piano, because if you put your lateral minding hat on, the guitar is literally 6 pianos, right? Because you can play one note here, and this one string is a piano. It's just a concept. It's not literal. Otherwise, we'd need a freaking crane to.
Piano student coming over from piano to guitar, and you tell them that, and they're like, "What?"
It's fun. I have actually, because when you play piano, the left hand holds the rhythm, and the right hand's the melody. But for guitar, it's the opposite. For guitar, holds the rhythm, and the left hand holds the melody. It's completely polar opposite. So when I play piano, I do this, Kingdom style. No, just kidding.
Really mess them up.
But so getting back to learning the chord. So a good example is sorry, I keep looking at the microphone. I've got to look over here. Can you hear me all right?
Oh yeah, you're loud.
So I think
the closer you get,
okay, cool.
It's not good. So because it gets way too loud.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I get excited. Only when Doug brings it up on the screen. Yes. Sorry, I can't. I'm trying to multitask. Oh no, we've been quiet. So okay. So hello, Dave. And so getting back to a major scale. So if I can, let's do G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. But anyway, I want to do this chord, a G chord, a C chord, looks like that, and a D chord. That's 1, 4, 5. I should probably turn the reverb off. Yeah, turn the reverb off. Oh, there's more than one. There's a delay on there. Yeah. So,
Good
yeah,
luck.
right, La Bamba.
No, and
So,
Good Lovin' and 90 other songs.
Oh, probably even thousands, yeah. So my point is that from doing this, you learn how to, I call it L theory. Here's an L. Is that
Mhm.
an L? It's all backwards. I call it L theory because here's my 1, 4, and 5. That's an L. That's a consistent. Now, if I want to do the other notes in the scale, if I head towards the headstock, because this is all backwards to me, probably because I'm down under. If you go towards the headstock, it's one fret. So here's number 1 in the scale, G. Towards the headstock is F sharp. And now here's the 4 note. Cool. From my L, if I go down 1 step, it's chord 3. So I should say, well, just looking for the notes first. Here's my L. Downstairs is 1 fret. And upstairs from the L is 2 frets. So put that in English. Here's my 1. And 7 is just below 1. 2 is a tone up. Then I go to 4. And then 3 is below. And obviously 5 here and a tone up. So just from my L, I've just played 7 chords.
I've never heard anybody else say L. I've been doing that forever.
Oh, that's my way of thinking. This is for elbow.
Well, I just been doing it for L, for the L of it.
Well, this is in my book that I'm writing, so you know. So L theory. So how to learn all your 7 chords off one shape? Because I'm being a teacher, because teach people with different. How do I say? They engage differently, whether they're visually stimulated, auditory, or kinesthetic. And I guess as we all get older, we all become kinesthetic. If I don't know what to do, I'll probably drop it and break it. However, I should probably come up with a different idea. But anyway, that's how I teach it. So, and here's my 6. Is a tone up from 5. 3 is a semitone down from 4. And why is this useful? So if I do the song Radiohead, Creep, if I do 1, goes to the 3 minor, goes to the 4 major, and it goes to the 4 minor. So this actually is useful in teaching the concept of going to the 4 minor, as the Beatles used to do to death, and it's a thing. So if you're learning composition, check out the 4 minor. It's a thing. And anyway, your turn.
Well, yeah. So it's odd because like I said, I've never seen anybody say that it was an L before. I've been doing that forever, and it's a visual, and that's how I do everything with everybody. Is it's got to be some kind of visual experience
device. Yep.
Because if they don't have a lock on it, they don't understand it.
Right.
And that's just the best way to do everything, honestly.
And I know Wendy. I mean, Jenny is from here, Alabama. So the song she's probably heard to death. I'm not sure if this song's actually big in Alabama, but "Sweet Home Alabama" starts on a D.
It's not big here at all.
You're joking? It's over in Australia. It's really big to get played to death.
I'm totally
you got me there, man. So, I get the kids to, tell me, what key is it in? They go, it's in D major because it starts on D major. And I said, oh, really? What's the chords of D major? And then they go, oh, D, E, G sharp, A, B, there's my B. And then what's that one there? It's a, it's a C sharp. Yeah, of course. It's got a C sharp in it. So, God, I'm still waking up. So it can't be with a major chord and a major chord and a major chord. Sorry, I'm just out of shot there. So anyway, the point is it's in G major and it starts on the 5, right?
I don't know, man. I've seen literally arguments online about this.
Really?
Oh yeah, arguments of people who say it's in D and then they borrowed a chord from the other key and no, it's in G. But but I agree. I think it's in G. So
well, the reason why I say it's in G is because the solo, they use the Aeolian relative minor to the root.
Right.
Is they yeah. So for engaging in shredding then. So I would work out the key and then go to the relative minor and then start applying all your pentatonic tricks.
Right.
But we should probably do some playing straight off the bat. Hey, Inga.
Sure.
How you going, Inga? So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first today.
Today.
You go first.
Okay. So if there's any questions about learning a key center, I've got some other points. But the first thing is to make it visual. I'm very big on making it visual. And let me know if you can hear this all right. Get my jazz on.
There you go.
This is D minor, G, and C, right? So it's a 2-5-1. And I could tell you about the circular fifths and fourths, but that might be another lesson. Look. How's the guitar? Can you hear that all right?
Yep, good. Shut off that button.
Sorry? I'll turn the mic off. Okay, your turn.
All right.
I'm still playing around with sounds and how hard is it to have a wah pedal like on default? But anyway, it is apparently. Okay, your turn, man.
All right. Let's see what we got today to jam to. Hello,
Damn
everybody.
up.
All right. Let's see. Let's just do one of these.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob, what's up? I don't even know what this is. Let's give this a listen. This actually says it's a.
Sounds good.
No,
This is Simon and Garfunkel, Sound of Silence.
that's right.
Thank you to everyone that's sharing. Actually, I should put my little banner up here.
That's right.
So, make some noise. That's the name of the show. And I keep forgetting to make a banner. But anyway, and jump on the YouTube. Jump on Vince's YouTube as well.
Yes, please.
And also here's the Facebook. Obviously, it's broadcasting to this site. So
I did. I think I did share it to my personal
Awesome.
page, but I could not share it to the music page for some reason. All right.
I think if you do a double share, like share it to your personal, and from your personal share it to
That's what I'll have to do. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this original one of these tunes, and Wendy likes this one. This is
awesome.
what I do on my Mondays. So this one's called "Take You There." I'm gonna do that.
Don't wear him
and
out, Vince.
Shut off that audio thing. I always forget about that.
Oh yeah, I'll turn my mic off too when you go.
Yes. Audio disable. There we go. All right.
Ready to rock?
Ready to rock, people. Here we go. Oh, was that you or me on the... Oh, that was you? I was like, uh-oh, that must be the wrong sound. Let me check.
Very good, man. Very good.
Thank you.
Is there a delay on it?
Oh, I have to shut that thing off. Yeah.
Oh. Is that too hot?
A little hot, yeah. Let's see here. All right, you shouldn't have a delay anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, I might see if this works.
Don't forget to shut your mic off and
Yeah.
go wide for yourself, man. Go wide.
Oh yeah, yes. I got to see if the music works first. One job. My iTunes likes to do its own thing. It's called I for Independent Tunes. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know what is it doing. So hey, Rolly, how you going? And Veronica, hello, and thank you for sharing. Everyone that's sharing. And Echo, yes, that's what happens. Sensational man. Let's see if this works. So this is my original.
Nice.
Your turn.
Nice.
And, that was track number 4 off this record, Post Traumatic Express. So that track's called Depress Ion Off.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's all about it's like a chase, but in reverse. So it's about running away from people trying to help you with depression.
Interesting.
Pretty deep, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mr. Byers, producer, mastered that record.
What's that?
Mr. Greg Worth, Steve Weiss, producer, mastered my record.
Oh, cool. Very
Greg
cool.
is amazing. He made it sound expensive. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Made it sound expensive.
I really are. I'm still, as you know, I've been tuning this system and for tonight, actually. So, Bobby, if you're out there, I'm trying to use new gear for tonight. But, oh, man, I just need a guitar tech. Like, just make this happen. Very ergonomic. It's, as you know, the learning curve is like.
Yeah, well, you just introduce one piece of new gear for the night, and you're basically shot.
Oh, hooray, shredding time. Yes. Everyone should be sharing this live broadcast. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you. And this is my favorite tune. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, so we're going to try and play this song tonight live with the whole band.
Oh, cool.
Doug, do you have calluses on your elbows like most players have? Fingertips, yeah. Yeah, I do. And Veronica, thank you. And very cool, very cool.
Nice.
Great album. Thank you very much. All right, your turn. So we're talking about key centers and shredding. So that song that I just did, so key center, I've got all these heavy effects on, so I turn all this. So I go with the D, with the B flat over it, and then to like confuse everyone, I go to with the B. So put the B flat, the B. This is the F, E flat. You can tell I'm a Chris Cornell fan, right? Because I love all that deep, dark harmony. Yeah. And then,
appropriate for this song.
Right. So it's about the train of depression, right? Running away, so, and then the next bit is Ozzy Osbourne nod. Yeah. So D, with the C. But then the next time I do it, I put the minor second in, like. So it sort of goes past pretty quickly. So it's an expectation. It's like, oh, that's tense. Oh, so that was the whole, because I did my honors in composition to create tension of some descript. Yeah. But, but your chords, what chords were you doing in your song?
Well, that one is a straight up easy one.
Hey, Dom.
So we got, let's see. Let me turn myself back on because I didn't want to come blaring through by accident while you were playing. All right, so so it's off of D. So for that part, I'm actually outlining the chord progression with the melody. So it's all based off of D major. And then when it goes to that would be the chorus. And then when it goes to the next section, it's B minor, which is the relative minor, and G.
Yep.
and then all the rest of the chords that come in because it actually goes around a bit more. But the tonal center is D, even though hey, take care.
Ah, bikini time.
Nice. Pool time. Pool time. Yeah, so it's in the key of D, and it goes to the relative minor for the bulk of it. But I do go through the rest of the key and move the
Wow.
chords around. So we hit F sharp, and yeah. But the tonal center or the actual key is D.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Well, mine was sort of D.
Sort of D.
Sort of.
Sounds a little
Yeah.
harmonic minor.
Yeah. Well, it's got the B and the. Yeah. I'm sort of. It's stepping on a Spanish Phrygian because it's got
I was just
the.
gonna say it's a little Phrygian in there too. So
Got a
yeah,
major 6 in there. Yeah. I was writing my own scale.
right.
Creating tension. I mean, that's what Mozart did, right? Yeah. So we got a comment here. So from Dave, hey guy, it was you or Puddle's pity party videos. All right, it's your turn to play some music, Mr. Vince.
All right.
They're in America.
So I'm gonna do another original.
So you inspired me to get my original sorted. So
Oh, good. That's cool. Yeah, you definitely.
I've only got one sorted, and then
Well, it's a start. When I first started doing my Monday Night Live, I only had one original ready to play live as by myself with backing tracks. So it takes a lot of time. You got to record them. If you don't have the masters, you got to make up tracks without the lead parts. So it takes a lot of time. So did you have your master tracks where you were able to mute stuff, or did you have to go and redo everything?
It's funny you say that because after doing this record, my advice for anyone who's doing a record is to get the naked track mastered through the same house, a mastering suite, because it is. I can tell. I mean, if you spend, I spent 2 years making a record, and I know all the tones inside out, back to front. So something sounds, if it's not pushing through 3K or 1K or 4K, it just stands out. And everyone, I'm sure you're like that, particularly with your gear too. And anyway, my point is that I sent off all the full mixes to get it all mastered. I actually did the mixing and got mastered, but I should have, in hindsight, I probably should have got the naked tracks mastered at the same time. When I say naked, I'm not saying you're standing there naked and playing your guitar. I'm just saying the song without the melody, the lead guitar. That's a naked track. So basically a karaoke track for guitar players. That's what it is.
Yep.
But when you're making your own, I should have got it done at the same time.
Right. Not to mention, if you do it the same time you do the album, then really for them, if you're sending them all the tracks or you're doing it yourself, either way, all they have to do is mute the tracks with the leads on it while they have everything in their possession. Otherwise, you got to resend it, and it costs a whole nother slew of money, just like they were remixing the whole album. Is really
right, because you have to redial it up. Yeah.
So if you get it done at the same time, it's actually cost effective too. So
yeah. And it is all right. Oh, Jenny, I'll come to your question after Vince plays.
Oh, what do you say there? What'd she say, rather?
Oh, she said, you have a large headstock. Tell us about the neck or the whole guitar. Or I can do that now, or do that later.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, this is just a deluxe fat Strat, so it's actually a Jeff Beck model, actually. Bit of a Jeff Beck fan. And, yeah, so it's got all the deluxe hardware. I think this was circa 2004, I think it was built. I don't know. I was on tour somewhere in Europe, and I was like, hey, I really want that. Or was it through Asia? I don't know. My touring life is a blur. But the neck is actually quite small. I think it's a C-shaped neck off by the book. But the headstock's actually standard. It's just probably my,
that'll do it.
I just can't stand still when I play. I don't know what the problem is, but it's yeah. But I don't know. It looks cool, but not as cool as Vince's. Vince has got a Parker. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so the neck is standard. I think I need to get it refinished because here's a bit of gig war wounds. So all these scratch and dints and divots. Actually, this is the first time anyone's actually asked me. Would you believe all this here and that big? There's a big scratch there. I got most of those injuries on the neck because no one ever gets injuries on the neck there. That's from falling off drum kits, standing on drum kits and playing behind my head. And I'm not kidding. It's a true thing. So I'm surprised this neck is still in one piece because I do a lot of stunts on stage that I probably shouldn't. I just get a bit excited.
Yeah.
Just recently, actually, I ran out on before COVID. I ran out on the speaker stack. Note to self: ensure that the PA system is strapped together, because I jumped on the top thing and it just like shifted like a few inches, and I thought I was going to tear the whole PA system down. So,
wow.
Anyway, details. But there you go, Jenny. But yeah, go to Fender. Oh, actually, sorry, Vince. One more thing is that the pickups are not standard. These are Kinman pickups. So the noiseless pickup. This guy is an Australian actually, and he came up with the first noiseless pickup before Fender basically stole his idea. And yeah, so they're Woodstocks, hot wound, and I think I've got the custom. I think I may have already told Vince this, but this tone pot here is the bottom one here. The tone pot is actually a volume for the front pickup. So when I go here, selecting the humbucker, I can wind this one in to get like a Les Paul sound. It sounds really tough. Yeah. But anyway, your turn.
As far as the neck, is that unfinished or does it have a finish on it?
It was finished, but I've had a few, stunt guitar situations, and yeah, I think I need to get it refinished. It was lacquered, but it's
lacquer.
To touch it, it's actually quite.
Now, a lot of people like unfinished feel. Do you like it now that there's not as much lacquer on?
I would prefer that it's smoother. So I have to go. Oh, there you go. There's Tom Morello's signature on my guitar. There's Tom Morello's.
Look at that.
As you know, that I played in the Tom Morello band, got to do that in January, and in front of all those guitar players, Nuno Betancourt and Vernon Reid, John Five, B.B. McGill, who was Beyonce's touring guitarist.
Nice.
Anyway, that's another story for another day, but that was awesome. And I did lots of stunts there too. So, yeah.
Great.
Your turn. You better play.
All right. Let's see here. So here's one that I do on my Monday show. And this one is WMD. People ask for it a lot.
I like this one.
We're in the shreddy heavy area of the show, so we'll go with we'll go with shreddy heavy area. Oh yeah, I gotta shut that audio thing off. Camera. I'm telling you, they should put this choice on the face of, like, they should have a dashboard that you can just access. So I don't have to keep opening this thing up. Okay, there we go.
That's me. Sorry.
proven that the real weapon of mass destruction is human.
Hey, gotta shut that
That's
off.
awesome, man.
Delay. Thank you very much. All right, there we go. So I know you have a thing. So how much more time do we got? Because we're pushing.
Well, we can go for a little bit. Never seen a guitar prop like that. I've got some guitar props, Bobby, that I can't really put on TV, but
No, that is actually
yeah, I want it.
a
Steve Stevens.
thing. Yes, it's a Steve Stevens thing. I saw him do that back in whatever year that Rebel Yell came out. Billy Idol was the band for the New Year's Eve ball drop here in the city, and Steve Stevens, of course, was the guitar player. And he came out with that gun, and I was just like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
So, I just was like, "I got to get one of those." And I just remember at the time, I had no clue like where to even get something like that. And the girl I was dating at the time had to go shopping for like a gift for her, I don't know, niece or something, who knows. So we're in Toys R Us, and I'm getting so sidetracked. She's in like the Barbie aisle, and I'm in the toy gun aisle, and I find this gun. And, well,
I'm going to use a Barbie on my guitar, man. That's good.
Yeah, there you go. I found about 10 of these guns, different types, right? And they were all, yeah, watch out, Doug. You'll wind up getting all kinds of trouble with that. But so this gun had the same pitches because I just knew it sounded right. And then it had this.
Let me zoom in on that. Do that again.
So it's got speed control. Check it out. Oh, the batteries are weak, so it's almost one speed.
That sounds like an 8-bit sound generator that they use on Pac-Man, and the what do you call the arcade machines?
Yeah, it could have been one of those, but that was the sound that I heard on the album, and I'm in like the aisle trying out all these different guns in Toys R Us, and they just thought I was.
It sounds so wrong.
Yeah,
I'm trying all these different guns out in Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. Well, eventually they weren't allowed to sell them anymore. Yeah. Anyway, there's my gun store. Oh man.
Well, I do want to. I've just put a reverb block on my effects unit, and who knows how to turn it on, but I'm going to sort it out in a sec. It's like, why can't they need to have like a effects board, just like read my mind, just sort it out. Okay, so magic spray painting. We're listening to you all. Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Veronica. Well, I'm going to try and play over one here, if that's cool with you. And
sure.
Because I've got to go over that Frank Zappa tune for Bobby.
Yeah, man.
And
better get
it's
that
called Cosmic Debris. We're going to play that live tonight.
I love that song.
And the feel of the guitar lick, half of it's swung and the other half is straight.
That's great.
Yeah, but you are the gun guitarist, mate. Awesome.
I'm not sure I want to be remembered like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Too late.
Actually, that's actually has happened. I'll be out somewhere, and they'll go, "You're the guy who uses the gun." And I'm like, "Oh, jeez, great."
I was in NAMM, and people were asking for my autograph because you're the elbow guy. Because I had that video that went viral, like playing his elbow.
Yes.
So yes, that's me. Out of everything I've spent my whole life dedicated to learning how to shred, the elbow is it. I love Cosmic Debris.
It's a great song.
Bring it on, brother. Cool. I don't know how to turn my reverb on, but anyway, we'll see what happens. So let's have a. See what happens. How's the mix? Is that all right? Your turn.
All right.
Just got to sort the gain out.
Let's see here. Audio disable. There we go. All right. That needs reverb.
I
Everything
was
needs
working on
reverb,
it, but the reverb was cavernous.
I hear some jamming going on. I think that's on your side. That jam is from your side, Doug.
I was like, I did press stop, but the other YouTube page decided to play my next jam track, which was some acid jazz. But anyway,
Nice. I would have jammed to it, but we wouldn't have matched up. It would have been a mess.
sorry.
Whoops. I
I
should
think
change
that's
the
on
sound.
your side.
Yeah, I should put on the right sound for jamming and not WMD with the multitude of delays and weirdness. All right. I think I'm ready now. Let's see how this goes. What do we got here?
That's awesome, man.
Oh, thank you. And yours was equally awesome, dude. Nice shredding.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir. Well, I might have time just for one more. Then I might have to jet because I got to go and learn some Frank Zappa.
Well, that's cool. Understandable. We're
I might I'll just do a little one. Terrence, yeah, fantastic improvising. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Vince as well. Vince is on fire tonight. Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, better turn off the reverb. I don't know what the hell's I don't know what this one's in. Can you hear that? No. Tell me if this is too loud. Is this too loud?
No. Did you shut off the audio? You shut off the audio in StreamYard.
Your turn.
Cool. What did you send me that track too?
Let me send it to you. I just dropped in the middle because it does this like, 13-day intro.
That's cool. I'll just pull up something I have here. Let's see. What do I have?
Okay, yeah, I'm flicking it to you. The joys of having two computers.
All right. I actually found some. Oh, look at that.
I just flicked it to you.
Cool. Let's see.
Oh, thanks, Veronica, for sharing that. That's great.
I guess there's a commercial, so let me drop out for a second.
What's wrong with the commercial, mate? Isn't it funny that you get done for
Cool.
sharing other people's original material, but not original commercial?
All right. Let me get the mic set up here. There we go.
Yeah, you might want to fast forward it into the halfway. Very good, man.
Thank you. Get that button here. Cool. That was another fun one.
Yeah, that's actually quite good. I think I'm taking your advice before. I think I might have to make my own tracks because I like to do some strange key changes. But I've been working on my new effects for a week now.
Cool.
And hopefully within the next month it should be good to go. So, just finding out the round sound. Like when you use a piece of gear for such a long time, you know how it responds. But then when you use a new piece of gear, got no idea what it does.
So what did you change up differently? You're using the Helix in the mix now instead?
Yeah, because I use Helix native when I do my recording, because if you record DI guitar, naked guitars, you can, drag and drop and get all the tones for the songs.
Right.
However, you want to use a live rig because I've got, actually, as you can see here, I've got like way too many amplifiers.
It's never too many amplifiers ever.
That's a sheet. I just got a Shiva, so I've got to learn how to use that. Yeah. But I actually met Reinhold Bogner when I was in the States. I went to his house.
Oh, cool.
Bogner's house. So randomly, anyway.
Wow.
Another story for another time. Yeah,
We'll have
but
to talk about that. Yeah.
so cool to be in the presence of a genius, of sound, because like Mr. Bogner has influenced many users. Normal people through artists using his gear. It's just amazing.
I like
one thing.
That was a great amp.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, the Shiva's been around now for 20 years now, I think.
Wow, it's been that long. Oh.
Like a classic, like a JCM 800. Yeah.
Wow.
But I might have to call it a day if that's cool, because I've got to go and do a few.
Okay, no, it's good, and we've been on for like an hour and a half anyway, so
Oh, right.
As long as we're not boring anybody, but
no, it's fair.
It's all good. We got to save something for next time.
Something's happening here. Awesome. Who needs vocals when guitars sing like that? Cheers. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
And Dave McGinnis, he came home and said, "What you're doing in my house? What are you doing?" That's right. Mr. Bogner said that. Yeah.
I bet.
I was actually invited to
people's houses, man.
Hey, what's that?
I said you got to stop randomly walking into people's houses.
Very cool guy. Very cool.
No, that's great.
Well, thank you everyone that's been watching, and thank you for listening. And
likewise, thank you.
And I think that's what's boring. Yeah, nothing's boring. That's what Bobby said. Nothing's boring, man.
Cool.
But thank you for your time again, Vince.
You're welcome, and thank you. It's always fun.
That's all right. I'll have to warm up next time because it's actually freezing here where I live at the moment. So I had to turn on the
here too, because I put the air conditioner on to like 68.
I have no idea what 68 means, but
it's cold. Oh,
right, okay.
Yeah.
If you put my air conditioner on 68, you would die. Like 68 degrees Celsius. It's almost like a little oven you have to climb into. Yeah, that's awesome. But all right then. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe and share. And
have a good week, everyone.
Here's all the
anybody's around on Tuesday morning. For all of you Australian folks, I do a Monday Night Live at 9 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube, and that would be 11 a.m. for all of you guys and gals in Australia on Tuesday, because you are future people. That's right.
In the future. So well, when you come over here, man, you'll have to come back to the future.
That's right.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, please stay on the line. And
I will.
So thank you again for watching, and hope you had fun this morning and still warming up. And that is really hot. Yeah, 68 degrees in the oven. Yes. But please jump on the YouTube channel and also have a look around. I was in a Satriani birthday video playing my twin neck guitar. Not that one. Okay. Oh, man. It's all upside down. The one that necks go both ways. True story. Check it out if you see it on the internet. I might copy and paste a little bit and put it out there. But please jump on and support the art. So this is Make Some Noise. See you again next time.